Good afternoon. Welcome to Humphrey's Go Team meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noticed. I would like to remind everyone that this is a meeting of the Go Team. Only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. For members of the Go Team, please identify yourself when you speak. I am pleased to call this meeting of the Humphreys Go Team to order at 3:36 p.m. Our first order of business is to call roll. The secretary will now call roll.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please respond present when your name is called. Shakita Lanier,
Present.
Avis Lewis. She's here, got the thumbs up. Present Simone Wright, Brakaya Burks,
Present.
Derek Booker,
Present.
Abigail Reese Kelly,
Present.
Jaron Trimble,
Present.
Faye Burks is with you.
Yes.
Okay,
Present.
all right. Thank you, that's all.
Okay. 1 second, my screen is loading. The team will only be able to take official action if a quorum is present. Is there a quorum present?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you, and I believe copies are in the chat. Are there any changes to today's agenda? If not, may I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. May I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say A or use your thumbs up reaction so the secretary can record your vote. Ms. Wright, my thumb is up as well. All opposed, please say nay and use the thumbs down reaction. And any abstentions, please say abstain. Thank you for that. We will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes have been provided to you. Are there any corrections? If there are no corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
Motion to approve the previous minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. A second.
I second that motion.
Thank you, Ms. Lanier. All in favor, please say A or use your thumbs up reaction. All opposed, please say nay and use your thumbs down. And any abstentions, please say abstain. All right, and then our final action item is the final budget recommendation. Mr. Trimble, I'll leave that for you.
Okay. Let's see. So I did place it in the chat for everyone to see. Okay, everyone sees the slideshow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the finalization meeting. We had no changes from the last time, so that will make this go a little bit faster. Okay, and so these are all the steps that we have already taken. And then tonight, we will hopefully approve the budget. Okay, so budget updates. Again, we had no changes, so there were not any changes made to the draft budget we discussed at our last meeting. And those of you who have this, the last budget or the budget from our last meeting is at the appendix. So it's the last slides of this presentation. So you all have it there with you if you need any reminders. Okay, so our projected enrollment is 250 students, whereas last year our projected enrollment was 209 students, and so that makes a huge difference. Because what happens is when we were projected for 209 students, we lost a lot of staff, lost some programming. But then when school opened in August, we had over 260 students, and then we get that money back. But it becomes problematic because you can't hire the same quality people in August and September that you could in say March and in April. But this year, hopefully, we won't have that problem because we are projected to do 250, and that is really about what we always have. Of course, we have more than that, we have less than that, but that is about where we have for the whole year. You can see the breakdown there as far as instruction, pupil services, improvement in instructional services, media services, and school administration, maintenance and operations, school safety and security, and we don't have any transportation that comes directly from the district. So any questions before we move on? See, there's something in the chat. Okay, that was just okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this slide shows the same information, just in a pie graph form, whereas instruction is 66%, roughly 2/3% of our budget. And then the other components of the budget are also there. Okay, discussion and questions. Any questions? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll go on. I will turn the meeting back over to Madam Chair for you all to take a vote and any other discussion.
All right. Let me. Okay, 1 second, Mr. Trimble. I'm navigating multiple screens. Okay. So we will now move to the discussion item on our agenda, which is the finalization of the budget recommendation. Does anyone have any questions at this time before we take action? All right. So our action item is to approve the finalized budget recommendation. Do I hear a motion to approve this item?
I motion that to approve the item, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. It has been moved. May I have a second?
I second.
Ms. Wright, I don't know what voice you heard first, but I heard two for your notes.
I got it.
All right, thank you. And since there's no discussion, all in favor, please say A for the finalized budget recommendation, or use your thumbs up reaction so the secretary can record your vote. All opposed, please say nay or use your thumbs down reaction. And any abstentions, please say abstain. At this time, we are going to move to our information items, which is first is the principal's report from Mr. Trimble.
Do you all see the information items slide?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's see the principals with 4. Mhm. Okay. All righty. So one thing that we wanted to highlight is, and we kind of set out this year to make some improvements in this area, or some enhancements, I would say. It's been steadily improving over the last 5 years, but for family engagement. And we really want to kind of see how the facilities planning meeting, when faced with that adversity, of course, the community came out. However, that has really set a trend for all of our events. So if you look at this table, at the facilities planning meeting, of course, those of you who were there, we probably had over 300 people. We count that because total we have 280 chairs. And of course, again, if you were there, it was standing room only. There's only room to stand. We didn't have any chairs that were open. And so we, figured we had over 300 people there. But then look at all the other subsequent events. It was just really nice. So Humphreys, the Fun Day celebration, we had over 150, and that was counted because of the number of meals that we served. So we always try, because of the generosity of our partners, we always try to serve a meal. So Parent University, the Parent University, took place during the day. And I say 50 parents only. However, those during the day events usually only have probably 10 to 15. And so 50 parents was really good. Math night, we actually ran out of food on math night. We can only give it to our students. The holiday program, again, those of you were there, we that was standing room only as well. Family literacy night, it was over 150. We had just enough food for that one. And then the Black History program, which was last week, we had about 200. It wasn't quite standing room only, but it was about 200 and we had just enough food for that one too. And so we say all this to say that Humphreys is making strides when it comes to that area, bringing families in, making sure that they feel welcome. Some of our next steps in this process is making sure that they feel heard. Doing some other surveys. I know parents really don't, some of those surveys, you get so many of them, then they become ineffective. So, looking at some ways to hear from parents, maybe some focus groups and things like that, because we always want to bridge that gap between the school and home. And so, that was one of the things that we wanted to present during the principal's report. I could take any questions on that. That was just really for information, but any questions? I see Ms. Burks, you have your hand up.
Yes, I do have a question. First, congratulations on these good numbers. Running out of food can be a good or a bad thing, but for this one, for numbers purposes, that's a good thing that you're having a lot of parents show up and support the school. My question goes more so to Parent University. Was it hosted in a hybrid format? And if so, are we also counting virtual attendees?
Was not. It was not. That is something that we definitely could do, but it was not in a hybrid format.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if any other questions? So, cat report. Um, Ms. Reese Kelly, are you still the cat representative?
Yes, but to my knowledge, I have not received anything from the cluster. Um, yeah, I haven't unless I missed an email.
I think you may have missed. Did you go to the meeting? I think it was last week.
No, I did
Okay.
not.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
I must have missed the email.
Yeah, yeah. I should have forwarded, but I kind of really thought you were on there. So our meeting last week, the cluster advisory team is what that cat is. Um, so you all, here, let's just go through the slides. Keep it easy. So it was redistricting, capital planning. And so if you look at those, some of those dates there, um, again, you all have this presentation. But we spent roughly an hour and a half, um, part of it being we were presented this information, and the other part was a discussion on this information. And so we were asked, our last task was we were asked which two, I think we were asked to choose two, which two of these E-SPLOS programs that we feel would most impactful for students. Um, and so I think the group that I was with, we said safety and security, and I think it was safety and security and technology. Those were the two that we felt were the most impactful. However, different clusters, because we were still broken up into clusters, might have had different opinions on that. And so this was included based on one of the other clusters making it a point to include this to the Go teams. We can entertain any questions here, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer. Okay, so announcements. Tomorrow is our Fluency Bee. Pretty sure that will be live streamed, so check your Humphreys YouTube channel. Um, STEM night is March 31st from 4 to 5:30. So we want to keep those numbers going. So expecting big turnout. And then for this one, I think we're going to actually grill hamburgers and hot dogs. And we're going to share, no, we're not going to share map data, but we are going to kind of cook out and hopefully we'll have a fun time there. And then there is continued testing throughout the month. And so just about every day, these children have been testing in some form or another, and that will be continued throughout the month.
Is all the students are just third grade?
So it is all the students, but it just, the schedule depends on the grade level. So, for example, third grade might test Monday and Thursday, and while another grade level might test Tuesday and Wednesday. So it just kind of depends. But we're doing the battery of tests that we're doing are the district assessment, which is called the midpoint assessment. Students are doing right score. They're doing a mirror K through 3 and map testing K through 5. And so those are the tests that they're going through. It's a lot. So we kind of been encouraging students to get good night's sleep and making sure that they eat breakfast in the morning.
And that's what I want to ask, how is the attendance? Are they coming to school? The ones that you have probably not showing up, are they coming?
Good question. If you all did not hear, Ms. Burke asked about how's the attendance, especially with those students that have been chronically absent. So it has not improved that much from those particular students. Dr. Marshall, though, he's going out doing home visits just about every day.
Right.
Yeah. So like this morning, he went to 3 different houses trying to get kids here. And, he gets the worst treatment when he goes to somebody's house, trying to tell them to, send the kids to school. And so, we
Phone call and see what the reason is. If they overslept, well, I come get them,
But to be honest with you, Ms. Berg, a lot of times it's not no good.
I know.
Sometimes it's illness,
Yeah.
that's good,
We
but
can't help that, but
Yeah.
they lie about that too.
yeah, but sometimes like this morning, he got some doozies. He got some doozies he was told. So um yeah, unfortunately, those students that are chronically absent, they are continuing to be chronically absent. And so what happens then is just the next time they come, they may have to double up on some tests depending on how far behind they are.
Okay.
Okay, so this was included in this presentation as well. Go team declarations. So it looks like they've been, it said extended to March 8th. I think they've continued to be extended. This year was the first year that I've ever been involved with a full Go team. And so for us to have a full Go team, that was really good. I appreciate everyone willingness to serve. Um, but now they're taking more because I think we're losing maybe 2 or 3 um, from our Go team. But that information is there. And
Mr. Trimble, I have a question.
yes,
Do you get any communication from the Go Team office on what people will end up losing so we know how to approach um, new people?
no, ma'am, I do not. So what we've done in the past is just try to communicate with them directly. But no, I don't get a list or anything. The list that I get says, "Hey, you only have 1 parent. You need 2 more, 1 more parent. You need 2 more community members." That's the kind of list I get. But as far as who's coming off or anything like that, no, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Um, they are pretty responsive, the Go Teams office, and then they in my experience, have been willing to help answer some of those questions. All right, thank you. That is all I have. Okay, so those of you that do have this, and I'll put in the chat again, if you look past these slides, those the rest of the budget slides from the last time.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
Trimble.
Yes, ma'am.
We don't have really anything else to cover, unless anyone else has announcements to add in addition to one of Mr. Trimble's last slides about events happening at the school in the next couple of weeks. Do you all have any announcements to share?
I wanted to share that Humphreys will be attending the Science Festival again this year. So last year we were invited to come, and so we'll be attending. That's a Saturday event. And then South Atlanta Cluster, we are holding our second STEM Fest on April 1st, and that's during the day. So this will be our second year for that piece as well. So that's a cluster initiative.
Thank you, Ms. Lanier. Do you need any support for that Saturday event mentioned?
I usually reach out to some of the teachers and see who would like to go. So I'm looking to see who will be in attendance, whether they're riding the bus with us or if they just meet us there, because that's what happens sometimes. But I will
Sounds good.
let you know.
Could you loop me in since I am a guardian as well?
Okay.
I'll support in any way if the time permits.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have any other announcements for the good of the group?
I just want to say good job to the South Atlanta cluster. I'm seeing a lot of things on LinkedIn and heard from some of my other STEM partners about the amazing breakfast that you guys had. So just want to say that it was really good, and I was sad I couldn't be there.
All right. Ms. Wright, just confirming that this meeting was not open for public comment.
It was open for public comment.
Do
It
we have
wasn't any,
anything?
it wasn't any comments, no.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. We have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? If not, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
To adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Berg. May I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Ms. Lanier. All in favor, please use your thumbs up reaction. All opposed, thumbs down, and any abstentions, please raise your hand. All right, it looks like we are ending today's Go Team meeting for Humphreys at 4:03 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See y'all
Mr.
next time.
Mr. Trimble,
Yes.
do you know who the email for the cluster came from? Because I checked my email and I did not receive any.